boat, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul. It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dreams a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
This is Gary with Cruising Scene with Travel in Between, and Helping Hands for Cruising is having a Cruise-a-Thon right this weekend. So I wrote this song to help raise money for people that either financially or physically can't afford or physically get on a cruise ship themselves. So this is something that I wrote, and I hope you all enjoy it. Just having fun, laying on the beach. We're getting some sun, living the cruising scene. Gotta say it feels good, 'cause we're living our dream. Gotta raise some money, this Cruise-a-Thon. Get somebody to come along on a trip they'll always remember their whole life long. Helping Hands for cruising is what I'm singing about, and finding somebody that's never been out. On a plane, on a boat, on a beach, somewhere down south. Yeah, we can make it happen, just donate now. So click that button, then figure it out. 5, 10, or 20 or more, please come on now. And we're all having fun, laying on the beach. We're getting some sun, living the cruising scene. Gotta say it feels good, 'cause we're living our dream. Gotta say it feels good, 'cause we're living our dream. Hey guys, please donate now. Thank you for watching.
Well, g'day folks, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. It is another session of the Helping Hands for Cruising, chatting with Shaun. And yes, we are just about to have our weekend where we've got our Cruise-a-Thon coming up. Folks, we want to raise about $10,000 if we can, and so we're coming out to you to ask you, empty your pockets. Well, what can I say? This last week we had our board meeting, and there were a couple of major changes that were evolving with the board. Just some positional changes and so forth. And with those positional changes, it certainly will make the HH4C board a much more efficient board. So that's some of the news that has come out of the board meeting. First of all, g'day Nick, how you going? 261 days for you to go to Germany on the big airplane and have lots and lots of spaghetti ice, yeah? All right, so as you can see by my background, it's saying help us make a difference in somebody's life today. We're getting our Cruise-a-Thon happening. We've got actually we didn't expect to have the turnout we did. We start on Friday evening for those of you across the pond. That's 6 p.m. For you guys across the pond. Friday the 9th, and Friday the 9th is actually quite an auspicious occasion because it's my late dad's birthday, so what a fitting way to start off a charity. I will be putting out a video at some point in the near future that has my mum and dad's first and my dad's last cruise. So we will be showing that off and letting you have a look at the great time they had. And as a result, you know what? You never know. We might actually get some benefit from it. Having said that, folks, Helping Hands for Cruising is growing from strength to strength. We currently have 3 cruises that we're waiting on. One of them is in just 75 days, and that is where the lovely lady Roxanne will be going on this cruise. And I believe that Roxanne will be escorted by none other than Gary, who you saw a few minutes ago doing that fantastic song that he specifically wrote for the Cruise-a-Thon. So Gary and his lovely wife Sharon will be escorting Roxanne, as well as Michael Ann will be escorting Roxanne on Amy from Amethyst Hayes' cruise. That cruise is going out of Galveston, I believe, and it's going to be on the Carnival Breeze, taking in Progresso and Cozumel, I believe, and then back into Galveston. So it's going to be a nice 5-day cruise. So I believe that there will be lots and lots and lots of fun to be had, and we cannot wait because young Roxanne is actually going to be doing a video for us on board. Apparently she's going to be doing a live stream, is what I heard her do. A live stream. This is the cruise that Roxanne will actually be going on. Yeah, thank you, folks. Thank you very much. And g'day, Jonesy. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. So that cruise, I don't know if you guys noticed the date on it, but it will actually be 2 years, a little bit over 2 years to the day that we had our inaugural cruise on the Carnival Horizon for Helping Hands for Cruising. And there, young Mr. Kenneth Oakes was the initial recipient. Now, folks, we've got we're down. Roxanne is recipient number 4. We've had James and Cindy Catanese, and we've had Scott and Amber Hicks on there as well. And yeah, what can I say? It's been an amazing opportunity, and we're going to be having a look at the opportunity to change somebody else's life. And g'day, Sir Eric. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. I believe you are going to be in Germany too at some point soon, Eric. Having said that, I know Eric's in the chat. Eric came with us on the inaugural cruise. Eric, tell me, do you think your life was changed by that cruise? And if so, mate, you need to change it again on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. Come on, join us on that. It's going to be an amazing cruise. Actually, I'm going to play the latest video on that shortly. And I believe, talking to young Mr. Ross, I believe that I'm actually in credit for that particular video because we've overpaid in the last one. So there we go. Anyway, it's a nice way to go. So talking about helping hands for cruising, folks, if you know of anybody who you believe would benefit from getting on one of these cruises, now they don't have to come from the cruising community. Here we go. That cruise was amazing. Absolutely, Eric. It was. Changed a few lives there. Good morning to Jonesy there from Eric. Yes, it did change a few lives. And you know what? We are so looking forward to having a few other lives changed by other cruises coming up. Nick is saying, I'll forever be the first American that actually came down under. Much more fun to me to travel to Australia than to go on a cruise, but to each their own. Absolutely, mate. It was a pleasure having you here, and you did Australia more than most Australians. Nick actually did the floating cruise, which is the GAN railway from north to south and back again, and then he did the Indian Pacific from east to west and back again. G'day, Joe. How you going, buddy? Nice to have you here. Nick, you have the record, absolutely. And Eric is saying g'day to Joe. So to keep you guys in the loop, we're going to be utilizing this weekend, the opportunity this weekend to raise our $10,000. We've got quite a number of different channels on board. We've got, oh my goodness me. Hello, all you beautiful people. G'day, V. How you going? Nick, you needed to join. Nick, you needed to join all of us to make it an awesome cruise. Yep, absolutely. Joe, how am I going? Well, I'm going good. Everything's going okay. Hopefully, everything should stay the way it is and get on the improve. What about you? How's Dubbo? What's the weather like in Dubbo? I know we're sitting on 12 degrees, feels like 8. Yeah, it always does. I love the green. Hearts green's my favorite color. Thank you very much, V. You've got some g'days there. I'm always driving and listening. Thank you, V. I really appreciate that. To work right now, I believe. Is that correct? G'day, Joe from Jonesy. Eric has got V with all those lovely things there. Joe is saying g'day, Jonesy. And V, hello, peeps. Red light done. Oh, good on you. Off you go. Nick is saying, V, seems so long ago that we met at the Toronto airport after he got off that Minneapolis flight. All right. So, yeah, we look, $10,000 may sound like a bucket load, but to give you guys an idea, $10,000 puts 3 people on board a cruise ship. And that's really our goal. Get some people who've never had the opportunity to travel, get them on board a cruise ship. And we did that with Kenny. We did that with James and Cindy. And we also did that with Scott and Amber. And I know we're going to do that with Roxanne. So we're going to have a great time. Joe is saying that the weather is cold, foggy as hell. Hang on, let me do this. I got to focus is held this morning. No planes left Dubbo Regional Airport before 11 a.m. this morning. Hey, Joe. Joe. Quick question. You guys have Rex flying out of Dubbo at all? Because Rex aren't flying their 737s anymore, which is a real shame. Joe's also saying, got 3 very important coaches to check out this weekend. One of them is a 1988 MAN 22.360 HOCL. Mate, that is awesome. And I think you're going to have a great time checking out those buses, those coaches, or those trucks that you'll be checking out. Okay, so the next event that we've got coming up, and I've got a feeling that we may actually have a recipient, but it's yet for the board to make some decisions on it. The next recipient after Roxy will be going on this cruise. See if you can tell who's set it up.
Have you been dreaming of an Alaskan cruise? Or maybe you've taken one before and you just can't wait to go again. If so, the Helping Hands for Cruising Group Cruise is just the cruise for you. June 15th through June 22nd, 2025, you will set sail on the magnificent Norwegian Encore. This amazing group cruise will take you to Juneau, Skagway, a majestic cruise through Glacier Bay, Ketchikan, a stop in Victoria, British Columbia before arriving back in Seattle. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com today to find out how you can be a part of this fantastic group cruise to Alaska. This is one you definitely don't want to miss.
All right, okay, you got it. It was Bruce's Alaska cruise. Hey, you know what? For us, that's a bucket list cruise. I mean, that cruise is going out of Seattle, heading up towards Alaska. And you know what? There's going to be some amazing people on board that cruise if that all comes together. So we're definitely looking forward to it. And if the lottery flies our way, we'll definitely be on board that cruise. Okay, Joe is saying we do. They've got enough cash flow to keep the regionals flying for the next 5 weeks. Mate, that'd be awesome. It's a real shame that the 737s have to go, but I think they bit off a bit more than they could chew at the time. So, yeah. V is saying, Shaun, Eric, Joe, Nick, I pinch all your cheeks, back at work after a long weekend. V, expect yours pinched back, right? Remember what happened on the cruise. Is Rex dead? Rex went into receivership. They have stopped their 737 flights. So, unfortunately, and I believe those planes originally came from Virgin beforehand, but I believe they're going back to Virgin. But their Saabs, I think, will still be flying. Jonesy is saying, we had Rex landing at Wynyard on Friday. I know because I was working near the airport. Was it the 737 or was it one of the Saabs? Because I think they're actually doing something with the 737 fleet. That's what's finished. Joe's saying, Nick, the jet side of Rex is dead. They have enough cash to keep their Saab 340B regional turboprops flying for the next 5 weeks. And they will keep them flying, I'm pretty sure, because what's their competition is Qantas Link. So, and Virgin don't do any regionals at this point. So there we go. V is saying, who's doing the voiceover? This voiceover? Which voice? Oh, that one. That is actually, I believe that it is Greg from SET Travel, I believe. Joe's going, V, I love that. And yeah, it is crystal correct. CR. It'll hit me. I want to do that Alaska cruise, but the price are sky high. Yep, I get that feeling too, Eric. But you know what, mate? come and join us on the Rock and Roll Tribute. I think you're going to have a lot more fun. A lot more fun in the sun. Joe saying, Jonesy, it would have been the regional turboprops. If Rex goes under, I have Virgin Regional replaces them with their... Virgin does have a regional. I didn't know that. Their ATR 4272s. I wasn't aware that Virgin did actually have... it was smaller. It must have been the turboprops. Okay, Nick is saying that lady I met from Germany made it home on Saturday. She's also got pretty sick after the 12-hour flight home, similar to what happened after my 14-hour flight home with Qantas. Air sickness, huh? You don't know how to handle the air. It took him about 3 weeks to kick whatever he caught on the Sydney to Dallas flight. See, I don't know. Well, Parks in New South Wales is serviced only by Rex. If Rex does go under, all the Parks folks would have to go to either Dubbo or Orange. Wow, that's a sad state of affairs. Well, let's hope that Rex does hold on to its regionals, which is what it was traditionally anyway. Nick is saying he remembers Parks and from the Indian Pacific pass-through. Yep, absolutely. And Joe is saying, I cannot wait to go live on Saturday. I have the links to the PayPal accounts on them. Mate, you don't need to wait. You can go live anytime you like and utilize the links anyway. We would appreciate it. Helping Hands for Cruising. We're trying to get things happening down under as well, even though it's been a longer affair. But with the US up and running now, we do everything that is required now. So V is saying Alaska... Whoops, you had to move. Alaska cruises are getting more expensive. She's wondering if it's due to some chat about wanting less foot traffic on the ports that affect the locals. That's an interesting concept. Jonesy is saying, think of the poor Elvis fans. We'll just have the train. Yeah, that's right. Poor Elvis fans. Joe is saying it's for the truck show lives. I can't wait to show off the vehicles. So you just want to wait for the truck show, huh? Not just talk with Jones or with Joe or Joe Hub coming live from Dubbo on our day today. I mean, that sort of you wouldn't do that, right? Oh well, okay. See how you go. Joe is saying to Jonesy, all of them prefer the train as the train has a heritage steamliner locomotive on the end, on the lead end. Well, that sounds exciting. But then a train's a train, isn't it? Oops. Did I say that? So, yes, so we've got a recipient or two in the works right now for the Alaska trip, which we hope will go down very well. And I'm not saying who it is because we haven't quite finalized everything. But we're also hoping that by the time we get to the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, we will have more than you can believe the number of people. I mean, we've got some people in the works, but we will have more than you can believe in terms of recipients going on that cruise. Got some special guests I know that are going to be coming along. StreamYards, g'day StreamYard. StreamYard is saying Helping Hands would like to thank all of you for your donations. So anybody who puts their hands in their pocket, we don't care how much or how little. If it's 5 cents, if it's $5,000, if it's $5 million, we don't discriminate. We'll take everything, and we will take it gratefully, because whatever you give will get somebody on board a cruise ship. Jonesy is saying too many Elvises for my liking. Well, you know what? You can always have an Earth, Wind and Fire session. or a Aussie crawl session, you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Aussie crawl or even skyhooks, you know. Not that all of them are around today, but anyway, you never know. We can always, for those of you across the pond, we're talking Aussie bands right now. Okay, so now here comes this one, and I've got to give this a real good lead in. What can I say, folks? That's going to be the cruise of a century. Lots of good opportunities there. Let me see. Nick is saying the nice thing about his return to Europe in April is he has to make a connection through Charlotte, North Carolina, and should meet up with Ronnie and Elmer from Life is Good Today for lunch. Mate, that's going to be awesome. What a good way to meet people. Have lunch. The Parks Elvis train we are talking about. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but that cruise really excites the living daylights out of me. I think we're going to have the most amazing time on that cruise. There is one thing you're not going to get me do, and that is stand up in that slide so that the world can fall out from underneath me and You never know where I end up. At the end of the day, folks, it's going to be an amazing thing. We're going to have the Formula F125 happening. It will be the inaugural. And anytime we go on a Norwegian cruise line for a Helping Hands for Cruising group cruise, we will do the competition. You know, who can get around the track the fastest. And make no bones about it, folks. We're certainly looking for that cruise to supply us with an opportunity of more and more funds, so that we can get more and more people on board cruise ships. By the way, okay, Nick is saying before he met that girl, he was seriously tempted to come back to our summertime to ride the train again from Adelaide to Brisbane, the Great Southern. Mate, you need to anyway. You need to come on down during summer. And even if you did bring the girl along with you, you would have an awesome time. Anyway, as I was saying, both Jimmy from the Astute Tourist and I have labelled that cruise as the cruise of the century. Folks, you don't want to miss out, because we're going to be having so much fun. Now, by the way, when you buy your fare for that particular cruise, there is a portion of that fare that is tax deductible, because it is Helping Hands for Cruising is a 501c3. So come on in, join us, and get your tax deductions. Joe is saying that cruise looks amazing. Pity I'm going to Morton Island for your birthday. Mate, you could always make a change, you know. Travel across the Pacific with us. Enjoy the time on the cruise with us. Then go from, say, Canaveral or Orlando, where the plane lands, and fly all the way into Morton Island, and then enjoy the rest of your birthday. You know, your birthday does not have to be one day long. By the way, to everybody that is not having a birthday today, happy unbirthday. There are a lot more people having an unbirthday than there are having a birthday. Jonesy saying trains are better than girls, Nick. Maybe not. Well, it depends on what you do with no, shut up, Shaun. Don't go down that path. You're going to land yourself in serious trouble. Now, folks, I'm going to ask a huge favor. Please hit the thumbs up as you come on into the chat. As you know, it helps our algorithm. But more importantly, folks, the more we get in terms of vision, more people we get watching, the more opportunity we have for HH4C to become a self-sufficient channel. And by being self-sufficient, what that means is that every dollar that we collect, we can get more and more people into a cruise ship. So talking about that, I had the opportunity of talking to a guy from Canada. Looks like he wants to start up doing out of Canada what we're doing out of the US and Australia. So let's hope everything works well. Nick is saying, laugh out loud, Jonesy, hang on, you had to jump. Thank you. When I left Munich last year, he had a funny feeling he'd be back at some time. Didn't know why and didn't know when, but he knew he would be back. Well, there you go. You have a reason. Joe is saying that his birthday, pity his birthday's in May, not November. Yeah, well, that's true. Now, Joe, you've actually spelt that incorrectly. November, you've spelled that incorrectly. You should have the letter M in front. M for Mike, not N for November, because you have a Mo, don't you? And it is the month of Movember. Okay, so Nick is saying she's recovering from 3 months trip around the world. So he's leaving her alone and she'll get back to him at some point. Mate, if I were you, I'd be talking to her every other day, if that was me. Anyway, Nick is going, next month he's going to take German dancing lessons in St. Paul. Got to fit in on Oktoberfest. Mate, I believe Helen is around the corner. You need to get yourself all sorted for Helen. That's more important. Nick is saying that his birthday is in Movember. That's cool. But, Nick, you need to grow a Mo in order for it to be Movember. Okay, for those that are unaware, in Australia, the month of November, men grow their moustaches. It's a fundraiser for one of the cancer things. I think it's against prostate cancer or something like that. But Joe will correct me if I'm wrong, as he usually does. He's my left-hand man. Oh, wait a minute. Joe writes with his right. Sorry, he's my right-hand man. Yes, that's correct. I've got to get the side of the. It's yeah. Anyway, talking about Joe, Nick, if you remember me saying I'm only an hour from Parks, where the level crossing is, the road running south is the Newell Highway. A very important highway that one is. They do Movember in the US as well. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And it is for prostate cancer. Oh, there we go. See, I was right. I was correct. Thank you for that, Jonesy. And Joe's agreeing it is for prostate cancer. Yep. We men do have issues too, unfortunately. Well, time has certainly flown by. We've had quite a few people in there, and the chat has certainly gone lively. But now, what we're asking you folks is on the weekend, starting at I think it was Jonesy asked me for Australian times, and I've just got to find the latest time schedule, because that'll tell me exactly what time is what time we start. Hang on a minute. I'm almost there, folks. Almost. There we go. All right. Just to give you a heads up. So for those of you on our side of the pond, we start on Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. with the very first show that's done by Michael Ann. That equates to, for those of you across the pond, that is 6 p.m. on Friday evening. And we will then go through with Michael Ann and Ross. And I'll read the schedule out to you shortly. Nick is saying, yeah, I love to talk to her every day, but I was mentally exhausted after 6 weeks of traveling. Can't imagine 3 months. I got a phone number and we'll talk again soon. Don't wait too long, mate, because then you wait too long and you never know. Things happen. Shaun, when you finish here, go check out my latest cover pic. I will do that, mate. It's probably going to be a really great one. I'm also going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for Oktoberfest next month. They've got a good celebration. Oh, that's cool. Need to learn that one. Nick is also saying, and I'm not going to hell next year. I'm going to use that vacation time to go longer to Germany. Mate, that's awesome. So you're not going to Helen. You're just going to go and have some fun time in the sun with Herr Germany. Aren't you going to have lots of spaghetti eyes with her? I know. It's all about the spaghetti eyes. So let's get back to the Cruise-a-Thon. All right. Hang on, let me just break this out. Let me bring that across. Actually, let me do an atchery. If I can, let me see if I can share the tab. And if I can share the tab, then you guys will actually have a good look. Hang on, I'll need to do something here first. Yep. We'll open that out. We'll do this. We'll do... There we go. we'll do this because I don't need to be the big one. You can all have a look at the schedule and then you can see where you are, and that'll be awesome. So let me just bring this up and across. There we go. There we go. And no. And that one there, that's beautiful. I don't have to be that big. So there we go. All right, let me bring that across to you, folks. 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So that's that one. And no, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. That's the correct button. Hang on. Where am I? Oh, there I am. There we go. All right, here we go, folks. Have a look. No, that's not what we want. OMG. Oscar Mike Golf. Oh, I know why. Because I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. It's out of the way. There we go, folks. Let's bring that back. No, I'm hidden for some unknown reason. Doesn't like my aftershave. Make that small again. No, make that bigger. All right, let's have a look. See if you can see. Oh, there we go. I was hidden behind the big poster. All right, so have a look, folks. As you can see, for the Cruise-a-Thon, we will be starting at 8 a.m. Melbourne time, 6 p.m. on Friday night. And we will have Michael and Spoiled Mama starting off with Ross from Orange Cone Vlogs, followed by the match game live. Now that, if you guys don't come into that and kill yourselves laughing, you're not normal. It has got to be one of the funniest things ever that I've seen. And when you come in, what you need to do is blank. Well, I'm just pulling your leg there. Amy from Amethyst Haze will come in at 11 a.m. Melbourne time, 9 p.m. Eastern for those of you across the pond. And following Amy will be the Down Under Cruisers. Don't know who they are. But the Down Under Cruisers are doing their show. You will have an awesome time with them. Followed by Kenneth Oakes. And then the next morning we've got Destination Fun, the Astute Tourist, followed by Captain Billy. I mean, all of these channels that are coming up here are just going to be absolutely amazing channels. So, folks, really what I'm suggesting to you is come on down, enjoy the time, and, just have some fun in the sun with the people. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome time that we've got with the folks. So enjoy it. It's gonna be full of laughter, full of not only laughter but full of merriment. I believe there's going to be some prizes available. So it's going to be a fun time. So folks, come and enjoy. Come have fun with us. Come kill yourselves laughing, and really, it's going to be for everybody. So. And it usually is full of fun. So come on down, join us. Well, folks, with that in mind, let me see who else is in the chat and what have they got to say. Okay. Let me just have a look. Joe is saying he'll be train spotting at that time. A friend of his and his son are coming over from New Zealand and want to go check out the train that his company runs. Well, that's cool. Nick is also saying Helen, he meant. Yeah, I got it. I understood that it was Helen. Joe is saying he's going to head off. The truck in his cover pic is called Muttley the Mac, and he's being used by local livestock carrier Martin Stock Haulage as a convo starter on mental health. Mate, thank you very much. You have a good night and take it easy. We're going to shut down fairly soon as well. Jonesy is saying, see you, Joe. Nick is saying, and don't worry, Shaun, about hearing from her again. She gave me the okay to get a flight to come out and see her, so it'll all work out. Got to have the faith. Absolutely. G'day, Paul. Welcome aboard. How are you? Nice to see you. And it is Jonesy saying g'day to Paul. Yes, well, we're certainly looking forward to the fun. We certainly want you to join us. If you are going to be joining us, hey, let's get it done. But at the end of the day, folks, we want to raise a bucket load of money so that we can get a whole heap of people on board cruise ships. Remember, $10,000 just puts 4 people on board a cruise ship. If we can make more than that, now, Jimmy has suggested that he wants us to make somewhere in the vicinity of $12,000. $12,000 would make a very comfortable trip for a person to come on board the cruise. Having said that, folks, I'm going to say to you, thank you very much. Please, on the weekend, dig deep, come and join us, have some fun with us, and wish you all have a great day. Tomorrow, unfortunately, I don't know why Jimmy's not going to be on board, but I'll be doing a live from the Down Under Cruises. Please come along, have some fun, join us, and we'll catch up with you soon enough. So, folks, have an awesome day, and you know what? I'm going to finish off with this one. This is a great one to finish off because we started with it. Have a great day, folks. Take it easy.
This is Gary with Cruising Scene with Travel in Between, and Helping Hands for Cruising is having a Cruise-a-Thon right this weekend. So I wrote this song to help raise money for people that either financially or physically can't afford or physically get on a cruise ship themselves. So this is something that I wrote, and I hope you all enjoy it. Just having fun, laying on the beach. We're getting some sun, living the cruising scene. Gotta say it feels good, 'cause we're living our dream. Gotta raise some money in this Cruise-a-Thon. Get somebody to come along on a trip they'll always remember their whole life long. Helping hands for cruising is what I'm singing about, and finding somebody that's never been out. On a plane, on a boat, on a beach, somewhere down south. Yeah, we can make it happen, just donate now. So click that button, then figure it out. 5, 10, or 20 or more, please come on now. And we're all having fun, laying on the beach. We're getting some sun, living the cruising scene. Gotta say it feels good, 'cause we're living our dream. Gotta say it feels good, 'cause we're living our dream. Hey guys, please donate now. Thank you for watching.